Hello everyone and welcome to Harv's World for another episode of Off the Grid. As we get started here, I would like to welcome Jeff Kitch, Frank Gray, Xaba Xapo, Dog Lover 06, Jared Ash, Condra, Richard Beck, and Francisca Roel. Thank you guys for subscribing to the channel. I really appreciate you being here. Always love the subs, obviously. And I really hope you're enjoying the content. So as you can tell, I am on my way back from the sawmill. Just finished delivering the last load of logs that I had already cut. Just trying to get things cleaned up a little bit. I've got a lot more work to do out there. You know, I've got that whole section of trees yet that I want to get cut. I need to get some more fields put in. But my wheat, formerly known as oats, is ready to harvest. So that's got to get done today. And I want to get the start getting the farm market a little better supplied. I've done some more work down there, made a few minor additions that I think are going to improve the place just a little bit more than it already was. We'll be looking at that here in just a little bit. But for now, I'm just going to park this truck up over here. You can see we've got a lovely field of wheat sitting here. Now, I have to tell you, at the sawmill, I kind of walked in on something. I mean, they were loud, so it's not like they were trying to keep secrets or anything, but Hugo and Pierre, well, let's just say they're having some togetherness issues. Now, Pierre came up. He's been doing a good job at the sawmill. Hugo has no complaints about, you know, what Pierre's doing, the work he's doing and stuff like that. But, you know, those guys work at the sawmill together all day. And then they go home and, you know, Hugo just has a small trailer. That's all he needs. It makes him happy, but you know, that little trailer with both of them trying to, let's call it live in there, doesn't seem to be working out quite so well. So, I'm going to give that some thought. I think I might have a solution now. We talked it over a little bit. I got them calmed down. They're fine. You know, they're not going to kill each other or anything, but one of the things that I was thinking was, you know, Chuck's house is just sitting up there right now, but nobody felt very right, I guess is the best way to phrase it. You know, I'm sure there's some part of Chuck that's still hoping that he can get back up here and just kind of resume his old life, which would be great. I mean, that would just be top notch. Actually, I don't think I want this trailer right here. I'm gonna go put it out on the lane. This might be a better place for it over here. Yep, I think that'll do. So anyway, we kind of ruled Chuck's house out. And so, you know, we're all thinking, and I might have a solution. I need to check a couple things out. So we'll look into that a little bit today too. But for now, I'm really excited to get this harvester working in the field. Now, I know we've used it for some sunflower. We used it for a little bit of corn. I've just never used this header on it before, and I'm interested to see exactly how it's going to work out. I'm sure it will be fine. But I just, you know, until you get to play with your new toys, they're just not quite the same. You're excited about it. You want to see what they're going to do, how much fun you get to have. So, with that said, let's see what this sucker will get us up to. I think we've got warp speed, Captain. I think we've got warp speed indeed, yes. Very nice. It's a nice smooth ride too. You notice that? A very nice smooth ride. 2 reasons I need to get this wheat harvested today. 1, it obviously needs to come out, and I need to get this field replanted with oats for real this time. But 2, I also want to get some straw bales made so that I can run those up to the farm market to add to my hay bales and sell those also. That's what I'm hoping for. That's what I'm shooting for today. Man, look at that. That view just never gets old. I love it. I just love it. Absolutely fantastic. It'll be even better when I've got some more fields in here. We'll have these rolling hills with fields on them, trees in the background. Going to be absolutely fabulous. So much looking forward to that. And this thing rocks. This is awesome. Doing a great job. So I'm going to get this field harvested. It's going to take a while, I think. So what I think I'll let you do is sit back, listen to some music, enjoy the ride, and talk in just a little bit. right, the wheat harvest is in, except for one little strip that I missed over here. There's always one. I've always got to go back and clean up one. No excuses. Getting better though. Definitely getting better. And while I absolutely, positively love the far harvester, this has made it much, much easier, I have to admit. Much easier indeed. In fact, I would say the far harvester has found itself a place of honor. And we'll see that here in a little bit too. Yeah, let me just get the last of this grain tipped in here. Interested to find out just how much wheat there is. And I'll tell you, this trailer is just a little bit tall for this harvester. In fact, finding us, there it goes. I didn't think it was ever going to tip in there. But there is plenty of wheat, and God knows, I'm sure you saw, there is plenty of straw. Straw is something I've never had a shortage of, but I have needed some straw to get some bales. So another thing I'm going to do, you can see I've got my crates set out today. I need to get those filled up and hauled down to the hauled down to the farm market. Like I said, I want to get more of that set up today so that we can get that operational. Throw up the now open sign, and hopefully as people start coming up here, they will take advantage of it. I'm pretty darn sure they will. So while I'm over here, I figure I might as well go ahead and get the baler out, because I know that's something I'm going to need this morning. It's almost noon already, so I have to get my move on here. And it gives me an opportunity to give the Ursus a workout. The Ursus doesn't get nearly as much attention anymore. It just seems, I don't know. I guess I'm not any different than anybody else. Bigger is better kind of thing, I guess you could say. Well, look at that. 18,000 liters of wheat off of our little field there. Although, compared to what we're used to, that's a pretty massive field. I think that's over, you know, I combined 2 fields into that one. And then even extended that more, so yeah, pretty darn good. That's gonna supply my chickens for a good long while. It's going to supply the farm market for a good long while. Well, I guess it depends on how much bread people intend on baking, or whatever else they want to use this wheat for. Maybe somebody else is going to have chickens. Although the people across the lake don't seem like the kind of people who would be raising chickens, but you never know. Everybody wants a hobby, right? Alright, I'm not going to get too finicky about putting equipment away right now. It might be in the way, might not. Right now I just really need to get some baling done here. I've done some hay bales, but I haven't done straw yet. I mean, not like it's going to be massively different or anything, but just like I expected. It's just scooping that straw right up. New Holland for the win, baby. Harv for not driving very well, as is per usual. I guess I should be like watching ahead of me instead of looking back at the baler, but I don't care. I like to watch it work. slurps that up like a strand of spaghetti, man. So I want about 20 bales, at least 20 bales to take to the farm market. But when I was talking to Hugo this morning also, he's still working on kind of a business plan, trying to figure out what he wants to do with those buildings that I cleared out for him. And he didn't give me any details or anything, but he did ask me if I'd been generating any straw or hay or anything, and I said sure. He asked me if I was baling it, and I said yeah, I just started, but yeah, I've got some bales going. So he asked me if I could bring him about 20 or 30 straw bales. And I said sure, of course. In fact, I've got some that'll be coming in here very shortly, so I'm going to run him a few bales today too. And again, I'm not sure what he's going to use them for. He obviously has a purpose. But so between 40 and 50 bales if I can get off this field, which I'll easily get 40 or 50 bales off the field, no problem there. That'll give me enough for the farm market and give me enough for Hugo. So I'm going to finish my baling here, and we'll check back in just a minute. Okay, I think that's going to do it for the bales. I'm going to grab up just enough to finish this last bale sitting in the baler. There we go. Just like so. Shut her down. Unload those bales. Very nice indeed. I got bales scattered out all around here. So, yes. And I think what I'll, yeah, I know. I'll just load them onto the flatbed. Well, I was going to load everything onto the flatbed anyway. So let me grab that. Alright, get this thing hooked up here. Come on. Get some bales loaded. Oh, bale loading. Hot, sticky work, let me tell you. But there's no help for it. It has to be done. No help for it at all. These aren't super heavy though, so I'm sure they'll be just fine. It won't take too long. In fact, if I just put my mind to it and don't throw them off the trailer as I put them on, and yes, I'm going to stack these much more neatly before this is all said and done, but it's easiest just to get them on the trailer first. Go grab that other one. Alright, let me get these bales loaded up. I'm sure you don't want to sit here and watch me stack every single bale, because like I said, this is going to take some time. So with that said, let me get these bales on here, get them all squared away, and we'll check back in a minute. Alright, just a couple more bales to get on here. Yeah, there's my last one. So I actually sorted that out fairly well. I ended up with 48. So that's not too bad. Not bad at all. Not bad for Harv's World work, as I like to say. Because that's Just who I am. Get those strapped down. Alright, so I figure I'll probably take the 28, take them down and keep them for the farm market. No, 23 and then 25 for Hugo. I think that will do me quite well. So I need to hop on over here and grab the skids, or yeah, the telehandler, but it needs a good cleanup. This thing works hard, let me tell you. I really put it through its paces. Nice thing is, because I got the John Deere skid steer back, I already took it down to the farm market, so I don't need to haul the telehandler all the way down there anymore. So that'll be a good thing. At least I don't think I do. We'll see. But what I do need is a bucket so that I can get some of these crops loaded into these boxes. And oh yeah, you might have noticed that I'm not hauling around that tank of diesel anymore. Well, since I got the 2,000 liter tank, I just stocked it up right here next to my toolbox, and no more fiery ball of flame crash fears or concerns. And that makes me very, very happy. Okay, so we've got all the wheat in the silo, so I'm going to get a bucket of wheat to start with. There we go. That's way, way more than I'll need. These boxes only hold 1,000 liters, so I'm not entirely sure why I filled up the whole bucket, but it is what it is. I can't see very well. There we go. Nope, that's not it. Oops. There, that's what we wanted. In the box. One lovely box of wheat. Let's see if I can't just scoop this up from underneath. Who didn't see that coming? Oh, that could have been much worse. That could have been much, much worse. Oh well. When it was all said and done, it got where it needed to be. Okay, and I'm pretty sure I have enough barley to fill a box. Let's take a look here and see. Oh yeah, I got plenty of barley, and I'm not going to fill the whole bucket this time. That was just crazy. Yeah, so people can come over to the farm market. They can make their own barley soup. Or whatever it is they choose to do with their barley. Personally, I like it in soup. Okay, one lovely tub of barley. I'm pretty sure I still have leftover sunflowers. Oh, and I've got corn too. People can use that for whatever they want. Make it into bird feed, whatever, I don't care. One lovely bucket of sunflowers. I've already got the potatoes down there. This is the tricky part, just making sure you target the box. See? See what I'm talking about? Now I get to play the scoop the box game. Well, I think I got it all. And I think corn is probably the only other commodity I have at the moment. Although I will say I'm getting low on sunflowers. But, you know, there's nothing better than, you know, spending a hard day in the cab of a tractor and you've got your bag of roasted sunflower seeds there. Chew on them, spit the shells out the window. Oh, I think I got this one right on. Yes. Very nice indeed. Okay. We'll just drop the bucket right over here. Get these loaded up. I'm trying to think. Oh, yes. Okay. One other thing that I've got to try to get on this trailer. We'll cover that here in just a minute. Shouldn't be hard. Yep, that should leave room. There we go. Perfect. Alright, that's going to have to do. Yeah, those straps will hold it. Alright, get this out of the way. And now I need a tractor very quickly. Ah. Alright, there we go. So I just need to put the ramps down. I swear some days I spend more time getting in and out of the tractor than I do actually getting any work done. Get out of the tractor, put the ramps down, get back in the tractor. Drive the tractor 10 feet. Open the gate. Get back in the tractor. Drive 10 feet. I really hope this farm market idea ends up paying off a little bit, because frankly, there's a lot of work going on in this. A lot of work. It's not so much about making money. Honestly, it's more about just, I don't know, having goals, opportunities, taking advantage, seeing what you can manage. not convinced this is going to go up those ramps very well, though. What I need right now is a nice wide piece of plywood, and I don't have one. Oh, there we go. Hey, what do you know? It's all loaded. And I've got room to spare, actually. In fact, you know what I think I'm going to do? While I'm thinking about it. Because if I don't, I'm going to have problems. I can tell already. I'm going to grab a couple hay bales. I'm going to block this trailer in. I mean, they're not incredibly sturdy or anything, but they'll at least chock the wheels enough so that it doesn't roll forward and backwards, right? That's my theory, and I'm sticking to it. About like so. Move that another one back against the wheel. There. Let's get out of here before these bales mess me up anymore. Alright, time to get this stuff down to the farm market. So rather than make you suffer through this horrific drive that I'm sure is going to be my worst nightmare, that's kind of the way things have gone here in the last few minutes. But yeah, let me get this stuff down to the farm market and we'll catch up in just a minute. Well, I'll get up here to the farm market and I'll show you some of the changes I've made, like putting in these barriers so that I don't go flying off the edge of this little cliff here into the back of one of my shelters. That looks really good. I like it. I like it a lot. I think that turned out exceptionally well. And because I don't want people, since I'm inviting them over, to just come rolling up onto my property whenever they bloody well feel like it, I felt the need to put a fence in, or a gate, down here, which I think just makes good sense. A little bit of a parking area over here, kind of cleared out, so if people need to stop and grab a few things, they can park up right here, like I'm doing right now. And I've gotten all my signs put up, so you can see right here I've got my potatoes, and those boxes just fit in there just perfectly. So I've got a sign for everything. Milk and eggs right here. I need to get milk and eggs down here still, but yep, that's definitely going to be that sale point. I guess we might as well just work our way around from this side. So I've got 4 different commodities to stick in here. It's 2, 3, and 4. And you can see right here, this is going to be my hay and straw barn. A little bit of storage. And the FAR harvester. Place of honor right here at the farm market. I thought that was going to be a beautiful decoration right here. Yes. I don't see it getting much use on the farm anymore, but at least it has something to do. And then I've got, of course, the You Pick Apple sign. So there we have it. There, just that one. Alright, let's just set these out of the way for now, so I can get my water trailer off of here. Oh, might as well put them where they belong. Otherwise, they're just going to end up getting in my way anyway. Okay, let's get this stuff in place. It'd probably help if I get the water trailer out of the way first, so let me grab the farm all. There it is. I know I intentionally left a gap in here just so I'd have room to work. The farm all is not exactly lickety-split in reverse, let me tell you. And I almost think I'll probably end up having just to get another one of these water trailers. One to leave down here, and then one to use up at the homestead. But I was smart enough to put in a water spigot as part of this windmill, so that works in my favor. So all I need to do is get some water on these trees. They should start producing some apples. I'll bring down manure later just to help them out a little bit. Good thing I put that water spigot down here. These trees are thirsty. I'm empty again already. Okay. There we go. Look at that. We got some lovely apples in the You Pick Apple Orchard. Oh, I see. Man. I know you've heard this time and time again, but I'm not used to these different tractors sometimes, especially the Farmall. Alright, let's get this out of the way and hop in the John Deere. See if I can't make a mess out of that today, too. Man. This has just been a rough afternoon. I don't know why. I don't know what went south all of a sudden, but it's all good. It's all good. It's part of living on the homestead, man. If things went perfectly all the time, it just wouldn't be a normal day. And you can see, yep, I've got this little shelter built in here now. Somewhere to store some equipment. I just left the light trailer down here. I don't see needing it on the homestead so much anymore because I've got a lot of lights, but I don't have electricity down here yet, which I think is probably pretty darn understandable. Not sure that I'll be running any electrical line down here anytime in the near future. So if I need to work down here at night, I'm going to end up doing it the hard way. And there goes this lifter being incredibly aggressive again. Far too aggressive, I might add. Alright, you stop that right now. Stop it. Maybe in this position it will just separate these the way I need it to. There we go. That's a little better. There, that works. One way or another, we're going to get the job done. Alright. Now this, the reason I got the John Deere skid steer back is just because I knew this was going to be a little bit tight. I was going to need something small to be able to work in here. And I knew the telehandler just wasn't going to cut it. So I should be able to just slide these right through the door. Just like so. I'm going to have to bring some of that herbicide down here and kill these weeds off. And I'm going to let that stick out just a little bit so it's easy for people to access. And Bob's your uncle. We've got a barley sell point. Outstanding. Well, a place that people can purchase their barley. And we'll do the same thing for the corn. I love it when a plan comes together. Which doesn't always happen on the homestead. But when it does, it is a beautiful, beautiful thing. There we go, just like so. Actually, you know, now that I think about it, I should probably try to get these. Yeah, that works. That's still accessible, and then I should be able to close the doors, so at night it'll keep wild animals out, or because you know the squirrels and stuff are going to come down here and want to eat this. Hopefully there'll be enough traffic through here to scare them off. Let me push this one in just a little bit more. If I can push it straight. Yeah, that's a bit much. See, this is the issue when you change your mind. That'll do. That will do. Well, the magical crate that does not dump all over the ground. Thank God. Unless I'm mistaken, this should be wheat. In fact, I'm reasonably sure that it is. Go right over here. So that's going to leave me one more place to put stuff. No, wait a second. Yeah, one more down on that end. And that's where I'll put my oats. I think that'll pretty well do me. So then I've just got to keep stocked up on wheat, oats, barley, corn, and sunflowers, and we will be set. Not bad. Not bad at all. And of course, whenever I need it, I'll bring in some more mulch and cut some more firewood. Alright, as soon as I get my oats, I will be ready to open for business. Oh, and then of course, straw and hay. Making sure I got plenty of straw and hay bales for whoever wants them. That's going to be important. Come on. There we go. that wasn't quite where I wanted it. Alright, that'll do. Just gonna have to. Because I got other fish to fry today that I need to get done. And it's getting late. It's 4 o'clock already. Holy schmack. Yeah. Holy whatever. Okay, last thing to do, get some of these straw bales unloaded. So let me get that done, and we'll check back in again. Alright, there we go. That's the last of the straw bales. So at least the last that I'm going to drop off down here. Let me get this thing put... That was funky. Let me get the John Deere put away. I miss driving this little thing. Such an integral, yeah, that word. Such an integral part of getting the homestead started in the early days. Okay. Now, I think what I'm going to do, I think I'm going to go drop the flatbed off to Hugo. Alright, I'm just going to drop the flatbed off over here. I'll probably just drop it right here. That's as good a place as any. And I will see you back up at the homestead. Okay. So I've got one more thing that I need to get done today and want to get done today. Remember this guy? We met him the last time. And I asked everybody if they wouldn't do me the honor and favor of letting me know what a good name for this guy would be. And apparently I'm as good at running him into fences as I am tractors and such. Anyway, and one very clever, very clever subscriber, XFL lover to be exact, said, well, you're off the grid, so why don't you name your horse Grid? So every time I get off the horse, I will be off the grid. And I thought that was brilliantly clever. But Grid, I just couldn't wrap my head around calling a horse Grid. Hey Grid, come here Grid. How you doing Grid? So what I did was look up the word grid in some foreign languages. And I asked around, asked a few friends, and we decided that the best foreign language word for my horse would be raster. So everyone, meet raster. Raster means grid in German, by the way. So I've got James, I've got raster. Who knows what else we'll end up with. Oh, that's it. That's where I wanted to turn off. So you all remember I was talking about Hugo and Pierre early on in the day. And I was trying to come up with a solution to help those guys out, and I think I have it. I don't know how much of this you remember back in here, but this is a place where we got the grain silo. Chuck came in, he pulled out the silo and brought it down to my homestead, which was perfect. I couldn't ask for more. What he also did was there was a house here. It was pretty beat up and run down. But he insisted on tearing it down. He felt like it was haunted because he knew the guy who had lived there. His name was Alien Jim. But there is still a nice, decent working barn up here. And I'm sure we could get all of this junk equipment towed out. So what I'm thinking is, probably get that windmill repaired too. What I'm thinking is, I could offer Pierre a patch of land, and God knows I've got plenty of it, plenty to spare. He could start his own little homestead up here. We'd work out some kind of a deal. You know, I'd probably, I don't know, $40,000 or $50,000, depending on how much land he thinks he might need, and then just let him work it off. He's helped me out before, and I've paid him well. He comes down to my homestead and helps me out. You know, however he wants to handle it. I'm sure he's doing pretty decent with Hugo working up at the sawmill anyway, so one way or another, he'll get that sorted out. We'll get that sorted out. But if he likes that idea, I really think that will be a good solution. That way he can get out from under Hugo's roof. And have a place to call his own. You know, and if it's that serious between them, I mean, there's a decent barn back there. He could bunk up in that barn for a while. He's still close to Hugo. He's very close to me. Not so close that we're going to get underfoot or anything, obviously, but it would solve that problem. So I think that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go talk to Pierre, see what he thinks about that idea. And isn't it great having the horse to ride out here? Right along the lake. Nice way to relax at the end of a very long, hard-working day. We got a bunch of bales made. We got the farm market stocked up. Got that wheat field harvested. I still need to gather up the rest of the straw and get it off the field and get that field working in oats. And of course, I still have all the trees to clear on my property, which would be a great job for Hugo, or for Pierre, if he does want to go that route. At least help. Like he did before, maybe hauling timber and cutting stumps. I don't know. We'll sort it out. But anyway, it's been a full day, busy day. Nice relaxing horse ride to finish it off. And I think that's going to do it for this episode of Off the Grid. I really hope you enjoyed it. If you did, remember to hit the like and subscribe buttons down below. I appreciate you coming along for the ride. And until next time, take care.